Hey everybody, today we're going to go over our fourth shortcut for proving two triangles congruent. We have already done three other shortcuts. We did side, 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 we did side, angle, and we did angle, side, angle. Today we're going to learn the angle, angle, side theorem, AAS. This is part of Unit 4-3 and it is problem 3. Just like with all the other theorems, we're just going to walk around the triangle. So angle, angle, side. If I know that angle B is congruent to angle E, and I know that angle A is congruent to angle D, and I know that side AC is congruent to side DF, then I know that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. This triangle is congruent to that triangle. Now, let me pull this out of presentator mode. Remember, in geometry, we really need to make sure that we start at the end of the proof. That we look at the picture and we decide, how are we going to prove this? Are we going to prove, is there enough information here to prove with side, side, side? There isn't. I only know one side. Is there enough to prove with SAS? I only know one side. I don't know two sides. Is there enough to prove with angle, side, angle? Well, I do have two angles and I do have a side, but the side is not included between like ASA must be. So that's not the one I'm going to use. I could use with AAS. I know that because of two reasons. It tells me hello using AAS. I also know, and I also can look at the picture and go, look, angle, angle, side, angle, angle, side. That would work. So I'm going to go ahead and start at the very end. I'm going to go right down to the bottom and I'm going to write in, I'm using AAS today. And I'm going to prove this guy right here. And I'm going to copy and paste. That'll be easier for me. Ta-da. Then I need to go through each one. So this first line is going to be this angle. This second line is going to be this angle. And this side is going to be on the third line. Angle, angle, side. So I need to start out with angle M here, congruent to angle S. So using the in the equation bar, I can type out angle M is congruent to angle S. I know that because it's given in the picture with the congruent symbols. For the second angle, because we're angle, angle, side, I'm in this A here, I'm going to go ahead and add in another angle symbol. And we're on the angle K is congruent to angle U. And I know that because it is given. And then here, I need to get onto the side part, right? So I need to go ahead and insert an equation. This is an accent bar. And click on it. KL is congruent to ST. I also know that because it's given in the picture as well. Look at that congruent symbol. And there you go. I have proved it. Once I fill in all my boxes here, and I know that this is an angle, and that this is an angle, and that this is a side, that I have proved it by angle, angle, side. Okay, so there's another proof here. Check out this picture. Can you prove that ABD is congruent to BDC. So I'm looking angle, angle, side. Now you might be confused. Is the 90 degrees congruent to 90 degrees? Well, that would be the same, right? So that does make it congruent. So let's go ahead and call it. I will say that I don't have enough information to prove with SSS. I don't have enough information to prove with SAS. I don't have enough information to prove with ASA, and I don't have enough, but oh wait, I do have enough information to prove with AAS. So I'm going to start out down here by writing down what I'm proving, and I'm going to say which reason I'm going to use AAS, and then I'm going to go ahead and deal with each of these things. I'm going to start out with the angle right here. I'm going to put the second angle right here, and I'm going to put the third side right here so that I am adequately proved. So let's start out with angle A is congruent to angle C. Angle A is congruent to angle C. I know this because it's given in the picture. Angle D is congruent to angle D. I might call this angle D and angle D prime. I could use three letters. Why don't we use 3 letters? I'll say AD, angle ADB. That way it makes it different from the other one because I really am referring to 2 different angles. Angle ADB is congruent to angle BDC. Okay. That is also just a given statement. So now I need to go ahead and prove this guy here, BD is congruent to BD. I can say that, but it's not just given in the picture. Let me go ahead and use my equation tool. Oops, I need to come over here. That segment BD is congruent to segment BD is congruent to BD. So now that I have BD is congruent to BD, I need to decide how. It's not just given in the picture. Remember, we have to call that the reflexive property of congruence. So I'm going to go ahead and write down here that instead of given, that's reflex. And there it is. I have the angle, and I have the side, and I have how I proved it, angle, angle, side.